Hello, Eden. I'm going to read to you The Little Fir Tree by Margaret Wise Brown. I thought I'd read it by my twinkle lights on my bed. I decorated my room, and I love them. I thought you might like it. Okay. Oh dear. Hold on. A little fir tree stood by the edge of the forest, a little way off from the great green trees. It had been a windy day, and the day the little fir tree was a seed, he had blown through the air, out of the forest, and into the field, and there he had dropped to the ground. As spring and summer and autumn and winter passed by, and another spring turned green, the little seed had sprouted, taken root, and grown. 7 times the spring had come flashing with birds and flowers. 7 times the summer had droned its hot, bee-buzzing days around him. 7 autumns had whirled their falling leaves and milkweed parachutes past his head. And now the snow fell, and the grasses of the fields crackled with the diamond light of ice. His 7th winter had come. There he is. Always the little fir tree looked over at the big fir trees in the dark forest. He felt a little lonesome in his littleness, away from the other trees. He wished he were part of the forest, or part of something, instead of growing all alone out there, a little fir tree in a big empty field. One day, a man came out of the forest. He carried a shovel and wore long black boots. He walked right up to the little fir tree and gave him a shake. Not too little, not too big, not too stiff, nor yet too limber. A beautiful little green fir tree, just the tree for my boy to grow strong with. So, tenderly, the man dug into the not quite frozen ground. He dug a big wide hole around the little fir tree. Tenderly he took all the far-flung roots and tied them in a gunny sack. Then he lifted the little fir tree high in the air, and proudly he bore him through the forest. "You are going to a great celebration," said the man, "and you will be a part of it. Then, in the early spring, I will bring you back and plant you again where I found you. Each year you will return to the great celebration, and each year you will go back to your own green field in the spring. And you will grow with my little boy who cannot come to you. You shall be his living tree." For the little boy had a lame leg. He had never been in the forest. He had never even left his bed. But he listened to the trees at night, and he watched the trees beyond his windows, the great green trees he saw in the distance, and he wished for a tree that would come to him. Now one was coming, borne on his father's shoulders through the forest. The little fir tree was coming, with a swish of branches and a prickly green smell. It was planted in a great wooden tub at the foot of the boy's bed. "You have come to me from the wild green forest," said the little boy, "and you are a part of my very own world. You have come to the great celebration of Christmas." The next night, candles were lit in the windows, and outside the snow fell softly and covered the trees with white. But inside, the house of the little fir tree was green and pungent and warm. And then they put golden tinsel on its branches, and golden bells, and green icicles, and silver stars, and red and green and blue and purple chains of shining Christmas balls. And soon, oh shining wonder, the little fir tree was a Christmas tree. Children came that night to sing Christmas carols. They sang new words to an old carol that the boy had made up in the joy of the day. Oh, Christmas tree, your greenest branches live for me.